The most significant issues I notice that create resistance to or misunderstanding of the Christian gospel for people in Western cultures are 1. Identity/relationship. It seems to me that, generally speaking, in Western culture, people derive their primary identity from what they do or from some singular aspect of themselves or a group with which they identify. The commonality here is the emphasis on the individual I and me. Our Creator created not just me, but us in the image and likeness of God. God intended for us to find our identity primarily as deeply loved children of God, embraced by and enfolded into, to the degree that we are willing, the continual communal explosion of the love of the Trinity. We are created by, in, and for relationship. Thinking that I am in the center leads to resistance to wanting or being willing to accept an intimate relationship with God or with others, both of which are central to the Christian gospel. One of the huge misunderstandings that I think has flowed out of this, to paraphrase and put together some thoughts from Wright and Donovan, is the almost exclusive emphasis on personal salvation, which is secondary to the main point of the gospel or good news, God's mission for all of humanity and all of creation to be rescued, renewed, and transformed under the dominion of Christ. 2. God/Jesus. Many false representations of God and Jesus have been portrayed in the West, leading to a widespread misunderstanding of who God is and what God is like. I think that resistance often comes when people erroneously see God as angry and punishing, ready to whack us if we break any Old Testament or other law. Or God is often labeled as sadistic and cruel in inflicting suffering on people, or at least not stopping it. Accepting God as simultaneously all-powerful and all-good seems to be a huge stumbling block for many. The problem of evil or the problem of suffering seem to come up so often in conversations about God. It's a tough but important topic in which to engage with seekers. Another false view of God that seems to crop up a lot too is the one that accepts God as love, but combines that with an anything-goes attitude based on the self-defeating claim that there is no objective truth. It's so important to focus on who God actually is and what God is actually like, primarily by looking hard at Jesus. 3. Complacency or isolation. The affluence and comfort experienced by many in the West and other parts of the world result in a complacency or apathy in which people don't think they need God, and in a growing number of cases, they may also think they don't need community. My understanding is that there is a large percentage of people in this country who self-identify as Christian who live isolated lives, lacking vital fellowship with other Christians, whether de-churched or unchurched. I think the idea of being a solo Christian is a huge misunderstanding of God's story and mission. It's not possible to be a lone wolf follower of Christ, as that makes no sense. I am simultaneously haunted by and in agreement with Donovan's observation that America's greatest need would be first of all to find a sense of community again, or for baptized people to find community again through Christianity.